I know for a fact there's been a moment when you've considered diving into freelancing or just starting that online business, and you've wondered to yourself, which gigs are really going to bring you the most amount of money? Because the truth is, it's tough to start. You're there trying to weigh your skills against the potential income that you could be making, while also researching the effort to reward ratio. So that's why I thought it'd be a great idea to break it down for you, essentially to make it a hell of a lot easier for you to understand where the potential is as of this moment right now. And what better way to do that than with a tier list? Now, this breakdown is my honest opinion after a few intense hours of research, along with the 5+ years that I've been running my own freelance business for. Now, firstly, I did set some rules for the businesses that we're going to be covering, purely to keep things on an even level playing field and make them possible for anyone to have the opportunity to start either one of them. So, here are the requirements to be able to make it onto my list. First, the startup cost for any of these businesses had to be under $500, as the last thing you have when you're just starting out is money to burn. Therefore, we want to keep that initial investment as low as possible. Second, it had to have market growth potential. This will allow us to ride the wave, as if the market is growing rapidly, it means there's demand and room for new players. Third is the potential for high earnings, because let's be real for a moment. You're here to make money. Therefore, we're not going to be talking about the typical $5 to $10 thumbnail design gigs today. And lastly, it can't be easily replaceable by AI. And in fact, these are actually great rules to stick by. So generally, always think of it this way. If an online business doesn't meet at least 3 of these 4 criteria, it's not worth your time. Okay, so I'm going to do things a little differently, and instead of leaving the S tier till last and hold the suspense, I figured we'd actually just start with it and hope that by doing so, it doesn't destroy the retention of this video. But hey, let's see what happens. Now, these are the freelance businesses that will make you the most money in the shortest amount of time, meaning that if you're serious about making freelancing into a full-time successful business, these are where you want to be. So let's start with our top contender in the S tier, which is UGC video production. Now, if you're new to this, let me explain. You don't need an expensive setup, just your smartphone, some natural light, and a simple $30 clip-on mic, because brands right now are actively looking for user-generated content and are willing to pay between $200 to $300 for a short 15-second video. And what's great is that you don't always even have to be on camera yourself. You can film, edit, and then get paid. And companies just want content that engages and resonates with their audience, and they value this highly. Now, with a decent phone camera and basic editing skills on CapCut, you can start right after this video. And the best part, you're not tied down to one location. You can create content from literally anywhere, offering you flexibility to work on your own terms. Like, just imagine making a quick, genuine review of a product or service and selling it to brands. Plus, right now, user-generated content is often seen as more authentic and trustworthy than traditional advertising, making it super appealing to brands looking to connect with their audience. All right, next up in S tier is automation consulting. Now, businesses are so keen to streamline their operations, probably just like you are, but many don't really know where to start. And by mastering tools like Zapier and Make.com, you can offer valuable automation services to small businesses, and they're willing to pay a premium for these expertise. Like, just consider the value of automating email follow-ups, customer onboarding, or social media posts. Now, by offering this, you're not just saving businesses time, but you're also enhancing their efficiency. Now, this does require a certain level of technical knowledge, but once you've acquired these skills, you can cater to pretty much anybody. Now, in the third position, at the top of our list, has to be video editing. Right now, if you're skilled at editing long-form YouTube videos, short TikToks, and corporate content, or even high-ticket VSLs, then you have the opportunity to charge high. Now, the key is to focus on popular formats, such as podcast editing, which is blowing up right now. And that would really be my biggest tip for this one. Niche down hard on one specific format of editing and just become the expert in that. Then, if you can secure some good sized monthly retainers, you'll be set and ready to start expanding the business. Now, let's just quickly break down S tier real quick to show you why it's the best. For starters, all of these options offer a higher earning potential over others. The sales cycle is also much quicker, meaning you secure projects faster and keep your income steady. Plus, once you set things up, there's less hassle involved, as minimal maintenance is needed, meaning you can focus on getting new clients while enjoying the benefits of higher earnings, fewer headaches, and of course, quicker results. Now, stepping it down to A tier. These opportunities give promising returns, but typically demand more effort or come with slightly lower earning potential compared to the S tier options. Now, they're still a great choice though, so don't get me wrong with that, as long as you're ready to invest time and skill development. Now, first up is web design. And if you're proficient in platforms like Webflow, WordPress, or Framer, you're already in a strong position. However, this field is competitive, so differentiation is key. And the best way to stand out is by focusing on crafting unique, user-friendly designs that not only look good, but also drive conversions. Specializing in high-demand niches such as e-commerce or even healthcare can also give you that competitive edge. For example, designing a website that not only captivates visually, but also boosts sales for an e-commerce store can make you highly recommendable. But this role does demand some understanding of design principles that enhance user experience and conversion rates. It's not just about slapping up a few nice visuals and some text. Next up is personal branding. And this is something that's become so crucial nowadays. So, if you already have expertise in growing brands on platforms like LinkedIn or Instagram, your insights are already valuable. This role is all about creating engaging content, fostering a community, and leveraging social media for business growth. So, imagine helping a business owner increase their following by 10,000 in a month and converting those followers into paying customers. This service is about strategic planning and effective execution. And if you've already built your own personal brand on social media, then you've already got a good portfolio piece to show off. Now, lastly in A tier is something for the copywriters out there, and it's SEO and blogging. Now, this is an excellent choice for those who just enjoy writing or are analytical thinkers. However, keeping up with the latest SEO trends and algorithms is crucial to deliver tangible results. For example, if you have the ability to help boost a website's traffic by 50% through SEO optimization, then businesses are willing to invest in those kinds of results. Overall, A-tier opportunities are both robust and rewarding, but you will need to possess certain skills or be willing to undergo a bit of a learning curve first. Now, moving on to B tier. Now, these opportunities are viable and can be profitable, but they do come with a high level of competition, and success in these fields often requires specialization and a focus on providing exceptional value. So for me, these are a solid 5 out of 10 on the effort to reward scale. The first is helping to set up e-commerce stores. A little like website design, but e-commerce stores take on a bigger understanding of customer psychology. Now, while there is a significant demand for Shopify experts, it's also a crowded field. However, by focusing on high-ticket niches, you can carve out a profitable space for yourself. So I'm not talking about your general dropshippers here. Your goal should be to create stores that not only look great, but also convert visitors into customers and offer ongoing optimization services. So imagine setting up an e-commerce platform for, let's say, a fashion brand, and then optimizing it to boost sales by 20%, let's say. Such skills are always in demand, as businesses are eager to invest in solutions that drive tangible results. Now, your biggest challenge will be to make yourself stand out from the crowd. Now, the second option in B tier is, of course, social media management. And this is literally always in demand. But it also has a very low barrier to entry. This means competition is pretty tough. Therefore, like with most things, it's important to specialize. Focus on creating content and growing followers for specific sectors, such as fashion or technology, and just become an expert in those industry areas. Now, B-tier opportunities do require a pretty strategic approach and a lot of effort to build yourself up. But if you are smart about it, you can stand out from all the others purely by the way that you brand yourself. All right, now we're diving into the place that you really don't want to find yourself. You see, it's pretty important to steer clear of certain business opportunities that have become either oversaturated or are rapidly being automated. And here are some fields that are best avoided. Now, the first is basic transcription. Like, come on, who are we kidding here? With AI achieving high accuracy levels in transcription, it's pretty much pointless to still be offering such a service. The second is logo design. Now, if you go to Fiverr, you'll see sellers with a crazy amount of orders in queue, and you'll think to yourself, well, this is a good business to start. But just hold on one moment. One, most of the time, they charge super low rates, and this is normally because of the country they live in. $10 goes a lot further in their country compared to Western countries. And two, these guys have a whole farm of designers pumping out multiple logos a day. So, in the nicest way possible, the truth is, if you're thinking of starting this now, you're about 5 years too late. It's gonna be tough to stand out in such a market right now, and the profit margins will basically be tiny if you want to compete. And the third is general copywriting. Now, AI has made significant strides in generating quality written content. So unless you specialize in a niche that requires a unique human touch, clients may just prefer the cost effectiveness and speed of AI generated copy. Now it's decision time. So how are you going to maximize your chances of success with literally whichever business you choose? Well, I've made the roadmap for you. And the first step is a skills audit. So you need to start by honestly evaluating your strengths. Are you great at writing, tech, or maybe even design? Just identify your true abilities first, then match your skills with freelance opportunities. If you're a strong writer, maybe explore SEO blogging. If you're tech savvy, consider automation consulting. 2, market research, and this is a must. You need to check if there's a demand for your skills. So you can use things like Google Trends or LinkedIn and even Fiverr to see what skills are in demand. Look for growing areas like UGC video production as potential opportunities. Then 3 is niche selection. Now try to choose a niche where you can stand out and then charge more. Instead of just broad services, focus on specific sectors like designing websites for dentists or even lawyers. This will bring you better pay and less competition. And there you have it, your game plan for starting a freelance business in 2025. So just make sure you do the market research before starting anything, and you'll be good to go.